that kind of a message. It might not be for everybody, but there is a group of people for whom that message is designed, nothing fills my soul more than to think that maybe some kid watching that would say, hey, I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking about praying. Let me try that out. That's like the only way I feel like I could repay what has essentially been a giant gift in my life. From my understanding, the way I've seen it really, and I've worked in Hollywood now for a few years, and for the most part, it gets, some people will accuse, I think, Hollywood of being very far left and being very progressive and thus resistant to any type of religious ideas. But it seems they're kind of open to anything, including religious ideas. You know what I mean? So like, I've never had anyone in Hollywood say, hey, stop saying that. And I think that there's this narrative that exists out there that Hollywood is anti-Christian or anti-religious, but it's just not the case. They're kind of not anti-anything. They're kind of pro whatever's authentic to you. And I like that, because for me, it's authentic for me to be pro-Christian, pro-Jesus. That's my thing. I like it. And I've never had anyone try to shame me to my face. Maybe they go say it behind my back, but if that's the case, go ahead. You say whatever you want about me. To my face or behind my back. I'm not going to change.
That was Hollywood actor Chris Pratt, just being authentic and just being true to himself, being a Christian lover, believing in Jesus, doesn't mind if he gets blacklisted. I know he talks about not being shamed for being a Christian, but he also talks about maybe people are talking behind his back, but he doesn't mind, because he knows the only person or being he should be really thinking about is God, and he really trusts in that. And I feel like more actors and people in Hollywood or entertainment should talk about what they believe in and not be scared to what they believe in and what potentially the outcome is, and just being true to themselves. I think there's going to be more people from entertainment, music, acting, and other forms of entertainers that are going to come out to talk about their faith and the stigma of people in Hollywood not talking about Jesus or what they believe in. I think it's finally going to end. I think there's just going to be more authentic people, and this is why we like Chris Pratt and people who speak from the heart. But give me your thoughts of Chris Pratt being a pro-Christian, talking about Jesus and God. Like, subscribe.